Three, two, one. Meeting is being live streamed. Got it. Prepare to live stream the meeting.
All right, we're down to 30.
One. There we go. Meeting is being live streamed. Got it. Prepare to live stream the meeting.
Live streaming. We are. All right, here. We're down to 30.
One. There we go. Meeting is being live streamed. All right, here we go. We're live streaming.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey. Well, we're down to 10 seconds to find out if McAfee's gonna get queued on us. Oh, here we go. 1 second.
Should I check and see if I can share it?
Yeah, you can try. It looks like okay. So the one I'm seeing.
Got it. Prepare to live stream the meeting.
Live streaming. We are. All right, here. We're down to 31.
Here we go. Meeting is being live streamed. Here we go.
Okay, fucking Matrix, man. Hey. Well, we're down to down to 10 seconds.
All right. Are you still there?
Yeah. Is the YouTube volume on the live stream on?
I don't know. Let me see. Looks like McAfee's Telegram is still up. Spiders welcome.
Okay. Well, what's going on with the thing I sent you? I'm gonna check it out. On here.
Working. Our volume is. Can you? Are you seeing my screen?
I am seeing your screen.
Do you want to go to the top? Hello, everybody. We got some awesome news today from our friend John Mcafee.
Well, as far as the countdown, like anything's happening. People are saying it's taken down or something.
Well, maybe that's the ability to link to it because we're still on it. Right now, we're looking at the his gun license.
Right.
Government of Belize.
So it sounded like oh man, it's feedback and again. I'm just gonna take off my headphones.
Like
I was trying to look at sunglasses. Moody.
Non-transferable gun license is number 150666.
Interesting.
He paid $300 to the government of Belize on 4th day of October, 2012.
Dude, it looks like the live video is being blocked. That was supposed to have the drop. And I can't show it to you because the screen share is not working.
Oh, his video. Wait.
Yeah, it's a God damn. It's the supposedly the drop or whatever.
Oh, it has this isn't the drop.
Well, this is his Telegram, but there was a YouTube link. If you go to the bottom, it tells you
at the very bottom of his let's see. I have 1 minute.
See this thing right here? It's like one. Yeah. That's what the
hour is upon us. The blockchain is immutable, a permanent record etched into the keystone. As waters recede, riverbeds reveal. Was there a button to click on it?
I don't know. Can you get off the screen change though? Share.
I can turn off the screen share. Yes. Stop broadcasting the screen. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. It's just like when I'm hearing myself, it's kind of driving me nuts.
Yeah. No, I get it.
No.
So where was the? Is it gone now? The YouTube video?
I'm
thing?
watching it on another guy's live stream, which is called Godwin777. And
Maybe I'll go there.
yeah, I sent the link, but there's nothing going on in there. It's just it looks like another countdown, maybe. I don't know what the hell's going on, but supposedly this is something to do with a blockchain with his token, his whacked token, right?
All right. Should I Oh, I see the countdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same thing that I had going on.
So I don't know how to get to this, whatever he's linked to. I don't know how to get to that.
Well, I had it up on my screen, I think. Is it 156? Or mine stopped. What's his countdown at?
The countdown looks like it started again at 44 minutes. Which is, I don't know what to say about that. It goes to 0 and it goes back to 44 minutes.
So this up here on his Telegram, it says it's the next text up. It's a few photographs up from the very bottom. It says, as darkness falls, you have 2 hours to add my Telegram, YouTube, or Discord. All links have been provided. Be ready, patriots. When they wake up, they won't know what hit them.
Right.
Genesis 1:3. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. And then it says NCSWIC.
Okay. Yeah. And here's some context to this too, because so the day he died, like 2 hours later on his Instagram, he sent, there was a picture posted of like the letter Q with like some code and shit written in it. And then his account was taken down, right?
Yeah.
So that's what like started this whole thing. And then I don't know when this should happen, but Gordon sent a link saying, "Oh, look at his Telegram." I was just made a. I didn't even know what Telegram. That's how much of a boomer I am. I didn't even know what this shit is. It's another social media, I guess. I didn't even know he had one. So I'm guessing he just started posting and essentially saying that he's alive and alluding that he is Q or related to the Q thing, or this is this elaborate LARPing again. It is kind of fascinating, you know, because I was getting bored with all the just retardedness. I'm like, I needed to get Qtarded. So this is nice.
Well, I got into his Discord, so I'll send a link to us.
Okay.
So peruse there. Let's see here. Did it come through? Yeah, Discord server. Accept invite.
Did we tweet that we were live?
I know.
Oh shit! I'll do that.
Krista was there. I noticed before. I'll tweet this off too. Anybody else out there know what's going on with this Q drop? What's up, Krista?
Hey.
Godwin 777. That's right. And Ordo Abkeo. Hello, hello. We're gonna share this real quick. Maybe I will jump myself onto share screen real quick and put this.
Yeah, so
I can turn the microphone off on share screen if that
yeah, if I can hear you still.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, start broadcast.
Hopefully you don't hear me talking again. Shit. I hear myself.
Can you hear yourself?
Yeah,
can everybody hear me?
I can hear you. But there's two of me. I might have gone insane. Maybe I just won't talk.
Features.
I'll do sign language. Oh, we got Rickrolled, didn't we?
Well, we're here at the it's kind of going nuts. A lot of folks here. Can you see it? Now you can see it. He's just building more attention. Trump is coming back in August, guys. I wish there were a drone over my house. I'd intercept it with my own face emoji. My God, why can't everyone call out? There's zero. I got 2 EBS messages for flash floods, lol. Give it time, WTF. Maybe he's trying to tell us our lives mean nothing since he's posted nothing. Well, since this was nothing, yeah, it's just kind of going. Are you still there?
Yeah, I just wasn't talking because of the echo. Oh wait,
Okay.
I don't hear it now.
Well,
That's
that's
fascinating. Okay.
stopping the screen share.
Well, I can't see you. Did you
Oh,
just says
there we go.
yes.
Right.
Hello, handsome.
Oh, hello. How's it going?
Good to be back. Well, that was all for nothing. Where we go one, we go none.
We go. Well, it's good to have a dead man's drop, I guess.
So
Doesn't matter if it means anything.
so he said he had a dead man switch, right? Like when he was alive, or when he was the character.
Well, yeah, I never heard him say that, but I know that when he died, like the day that he died, when they were interviewing his wife, what's her name? Um, I forgot her name. Drawing a blank right now.
The
Uh,
prostitute.
well, a former prostitute, Janice. They were talking to Janice, and she was pretty upset and said that there was no way that he would have killed himself, that he was really that he had a plan to get himself out of jail. He had a strategy. He was going to be working towards getting freed from that uh, Spanish jail. Was it in Spain?
Yeah, I think it was in Spain. Yeah.
And then he died of the heart attack. And she said that it was totally fishy. And then he had a dead man's drop video, dead man switch video.
Right. Yeah, he said he had like fucking what was it, 38 terabytes or something of incriminating evidence on government officials and probably celebrities or whatever. I mean, because there's some argument there where since he was tech savvy and had this like spyware stuff background that he could possibly get his hands on things like that.
That's
But
true. Yeah.
man, it just gets weirder and weirder every day. I made a tweet earlier about this that I think this is evidence that we are in a coma and we did go into a black hole in 2012 because it's just we're just getting like rickrolled by the universe like every day. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is coming. Like what? Like, I think there's a name for that where you're like it's always being in anticipation for something and it doesn't happen. Like that's like a psyop in itself.
Yeah. It's called being cortisol rolled. It's the thing.
Exactly.
It's where you get worked up and stressed out because you're waiting for something to happen and then that thing never happens. And it's an attack of attrition because you know what? It costs more energy to be vigilant than it does to be vigilant for a minute and then get attacked and fight, with everything you have because of stress.
You got it. That's it. War and attrition. Nutrition or attrition?
It's a nutrition attrition.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a war of attrition for sure. I mean it's the whole thing that's going on right now. I think it's you never know what's going on. It's at first you hear about a disease and then you can wear a mask but you can't wear a mask because it won't do any good, and then you wear 3 masks because that's what you got to do, but you don't have to wear a mask outside after that. But then you should wear a mask outside, but not if you're vaccinated. But then if you're vaccinated, you should wear a mask, and just to flatten the curve, it's I think it's World War III or World War IV is what this is.
Where we're going, we don't need masks,
You don't
Jim.
need. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're in another war. It's like I was thinking about that about if 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 warfare was like the four corners or the four elements. There's like there's the old war of physicality, and then like mental warfare, uh, and then what was the other one? Mind, psyop, that kind of thing, and then there's spiritual. That would be like I guess the final. What's the fourth one? I had this all figured out like a couple days ago. I'm just so tired. There's a third
Where
one.
were you? Where were you? Access it a different way. Where were you at your computer when you were thinking about it? Were you in the car?
No, I think I was just
Were you wearing
sitting at
shorts?
work or something. I'm like, what was it? God damn it!
Were
Yeah,
you sipping on juice?
I was
Juice and
sipping on
gin?
juice. I'm drunk all the time.
That's
Like,
the only way to travel these days.
okay, is
Keep
that physical, mental,
a
spiritual?
frog soda.
I think there was two mentals. Yeah, how are you doing that again? Uh,
Well, I
how's
take
it?
a big drink of scales.
How's it green screened but nothing else? Are you not in a room? Are you? Is everything green screen? What is this sorcery?
The magic man.
So we go check on the countdown. That says 36 minutes now.
Oh, it went back up. Hell yeah. Maybe it's a big joke.
It's kind of like that GIF. Have you seen the one where it's the truck that's about to crash into something and it just keeps on switching angles so it looks like it's about to happen and it does.
I love that. It's like on like old action movies where like something blows up, like a car crashes into a house and then it explodes. And like they spent so much money on the special effect that they rented a bunch of cameras and they have like probably like 15 camera angles of the same like one explosion. And so they show the car crash into the thing and it blows up, and then they show you like every single camera angle as it blows up. So it's like it looks like it's blowing up 15 times, but it's actually just one explosion.
Exactly.
I
That's
think
where we're
that
at.
could be where it's at. Yeah.
But I mean, I guess it's kind of good that the countdown started all over because we were rolling late because of my computer, and now it's like never happened. So, so hey, we can start the show again because it would have been kind of a bummer coming like, hey, and then have it like just dump a bunch of like Epstein like dick pics, of his egg dick, and we just missed that. That's not good. That's not good content.
Well, I don't miss it.
The question
it's it's funny.
is this just I mean, what is your theory that this is just a giant LARP, like just hacker type people just fucking pretending to do this whole thing to just fuck with people, or this is actually like a CIA thing, or this is actually him? What are your thoughts?
I'd say yes on all three of these things are not exclusively exclusive. I think they all are interrelated. Like I think you can be a CIA agent or asset and work for them while simultaneously working against them, you know, to gain personal wealth. I think that with these sort of agent types, when you're working on a black project and you're doing things that have to remain super secret, um, you're off the books all the time. So you might as well also enrich yourself as much as possible. And as long as you're working off the books, you might as well, gain your own personal wealth while you're doing whatever mission or thing you're doing. And then you don't, you want to protect yourself, so you gather information. I think probably any or every good agent is a double agent, at least in the fact that they protect themselves by, they gather on a list, a knock list, or they gather, blackmail info to keep them from being killed. It's
Right.
like, I heard that, what's his name? Kroll, that comedian. His last name's Kroll. Do you know
Nick
what I'm
Kroll.
Nick Kroll. Do you know who his father is?
Yeah. Billionaire.
His father's a billionaire, and he's also like, he owns like, uh it's like a he's like a secret agent for wealthy celebrities. He's
Yep.
sort of like uh he's got dirt on everybody famous. So very, very, very powerful man. So Nick Kroll totally has got his position by the power of his dad's information, I think. I mean, he's pretty funny, but he's not like that funny.
Yeah, no, he's definitely had a leg up with his connections. Nepotism is real. We know that. Nepotism is real.
Israel.
Bad joke. Bad joke. All right, now you're definitely off YouTube. That was a joke, people. Relax. Relax.
It's
Right.
that black rock and roll, Black rock.
Black Rock. Black Rock, Blackstone. Oh man, the Black Rock. I'll tell you, that Black Rock hole has gotten very deep in my anus.
Very deep.
You want to believe some of the shit I've been digging into about the markets with and their involvement, Vanguard, Citadel, dude, the whole. I mean, we knew the markets were a fraud, but like basically all of Reddit figured it out in 8 months. Like, what they have documentation showing that they have depositories where they take everyone's money, throw it in there, and they manipulate the market prices, and then they take your money and they give you a fake share, and they take that money and they move it around and make other investments, and they steal trillions from people. They've been doing this probably since the 90s, since they've had a high frequency trading.
You know what? I think everybody's done it. Everybody in finance and the mafia definitely does it. Everybody does it to a certain extent, but they're either sloppy or they're not sloppy at it.
Yeah. Well,
What's fractional reserve lending? They loan like 10 times the amount of money that there is actually in circulation.
right. Well, that's like what the derivative market is. There's a an estimation of $250 billion in the derivative market. So if you had a visual representation of how much money is in that compared to actual physical money or assets, it's like this big, and I can't do the screen. It's not big enough.
Yeah.
It's insane.
We don't have the resources on the realm of Earth to make $250 billion.
No,
I mean, if everybody worked, everybody made whatever they make,
it's all Fugazi.
we couldn't do it. It is absolutely, and I think that's really what has driven the Great War of World War I, World War II, and whatever we're going on now. I think really a big motivation for that is the elimination of population, so that all that the money that's not there doesn't have to be accounted for.
Probably, yeah. It's a big Ponzi scheme, essentially. Yeah, like for instance, yeah, because I was talking about that, the reason they found out is because of GameStop, because they were looking into that because people are pumping money into this. Oh, he's taking off. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to you people. I'll just wait until he gets back.
I'm
So
back.
I was saying that how they found out was because of the GameStop thing, because people are buying the shit out of the stock, right? And then you don't see the price fluctuate, only except down. They'll like go up a little bit and then go down, and then you have all the options and stuff like calls and puts, and it just doesn't make any sense. You're like, why is this not happening? It's because, like I said, they have a depository. They have another set of books. So they have one that goes on the New York Stock Exchange, and you go, oh, well, that's what that price is. No, it's not. So the off books GameStop price right now could be about $8,000 a share, maybe 10. What they're seeing on their screens is like, and then they can trade those shares for that much because basically it's a limited supply. So if like a short wanted to cover, they're like, oh yeah, you need to cover your position. Well, I have 5 shares, but it's going to cost you 15,000 a piece. And you know what I mean? See how this works. And then also what they could do is while they're taking everyone's money, they're pumping these stocks. They can take that money, put it in that depository, and have it go into different things like crypto and other things, and make trillions. It's insane. Anyways, that was off subject. I'm just not, but
Is it,
sort of
is it
on the
like
subject.
is it like if you had a business and you sold off 100 shares in the business to 100 people, and you sold them each a share for $100, and then you sold one share of the business to 900 more people, and they didn't know that they were not really a 1% shareholder, that they were actually buying 1/10
Synthetics.
of a share.
Yeah, well, they're buying synthetics. So they're fake shares. So what they're
Then
doing is they're going like, hey, do you want to buy a car? They're like, yeah, I want to buy a car. It's like, well, here's the car. It's like that. Oh shit. I think my kid just woke up. I'm sorry. 1 second. I'll be right back.
no worries. So yeah, I was thinking like if if they sell 100 shares of a company to 100 people, and then they sold fake shares, like 900 fake shares to 900 more people who thought they were buying one share each in the company. The people that bought the shares would have a share of 1% of a company, and they would think that their share had a real monetary value of 1% of the total value, when in actuality it would be 1/10 of a share. But the company would take all that money, or whoever it is that was Ponzi scheming all of this value out of these shares they were selling, and they wouldn't ever have to be paying it back. They would just be paying either dividends on, as if they were paying dividends on each share, which is just a fraction of the amount for each share. I mean, it's sort of mafioso stuff, because I think it's what uh I think it's what the mafia did when they built Las Vegas in the first place. But I think that Ponzi schemes are really the nature of what uh, the financial markets are, and everybody's doing it, but it's too big to fail, and that's why they pick a few people and throw them under the bus, and we think it's just a few bad actors, when actually it's it's more than that. It's the whole system. I mean, our financial system has grown exponentially in the United States since it started. I mean, it's insane how people could. I mean, it's the whole idea of debt. We're not we're not working for money. We're working for debt. We get paid in debt certificates, and the banks work off fractional reserve lending. So if the bank has $100 in it, they can loan that $100 10 times over or something like that, because not everybody wants to get their money out at once, and they're allowed to just make up money because they're going to be getting income off of that. It's just really what we are, is we're a debt farm. All that the US financial system is a debt farm. And what's happening, I think, is that it's kind of exploding. Like, it's not working out. The the bubble ends up bursting. Growth is sort of like a pendulum. It goes way up and then it goes way down. It goes way up, bubbles burst. And when the bubble bursts, then there's a lot of people that have to pay the debts that they have promised. It just isn't going to work out. I think that's what this whole thing was with the current beer flu that's going around. It was on purpose. There was a shutdown on purpose, and the plan was to shut down the economy. It's a mask to hide an economy that's already bust. I think probably the U.S. economy has bust probably 10 years ago, back in 2008. It went tits up. Guy Freeman said, which is why they give you such a hard time when you want to withdraw a significant sum. That's exactly right. And I think that this has been a case, and it's why in the past the banksters were the ones that were really in control of whether or not we were going to have a war, like a major world war. The bankers were the guys that were famously behind it all. They lent money to both sides, and if I forget who it was, but it was I think it was like a mother of some or some the mother of some Rothschild banking boys. How some of the family went here and some of the family went there. Like 7 sons went to different countries and started started the banking system. And I forget who it was exactly. I'd have to look it up. But a mother of some of these boys bragged famously to her friends that if my boys won a war, they'll start a war. I mean, that's like a loose quote, but I think it's on purpose. I think that they've had to create a war in order to cull off large amounts of the population so that those debts wouldn't be called, so that they wouldn't have to actually pay out all that cash, that all these loans that get taken out. Um, I mean, like they promise free medical care to veterans, and it's it's shitty. They don't get good medical care. I think in Vietnam, I think they were expecting most of those guys to die. I think that's what the powers that be wanted, because population gets lowered. They don't have to pay out so much money. They can default on all these loans of people that bought houses and they pass away. You know, it's like insurance. You know, the insurance company makes a bet on whether or not you're going to live or die if you buy life insurance, and it's better if you live. That's why they don't want to insure people that have poor health. You know, they're going to make some money, but as far as the war goes, it's probably cheaper to have a war and have most of the soldiers die, because they don't have to take care of them into perpetuity with their ailments. You know, it's just sad. Health insurance is a ripoff. I mean, it's nice. It's nice if you have some major thing that happens. You know, I mean, the whole medical situation is a ripoff. And honestly, modern medicine was created by the Rothschild family. Um, Before that, they had apothecaries and, natural medicine. They had midwives, and that stuff worked. They had people that tried stuff and talked about what did work with their friends, and they passed on successful medical technology and techniques. And as soon as the Rothschilds took it over, they made it. They made a school, a college, where you had to go to this school. You had to you had to learn a curriculum that they decided what it was, and it was totally based on treating the symptoms, and not necessarily a cure. It's I mean, doctors are really great people, and for the most part they want to do the best thing, which is heal people. But I think a lot of them are limited by the medical industry, where they really can't do experimental things. They can't do a treatment that hasn't been checked out and uh, okayed by the system. They can't do things that worked. It has to go through a whole process to be okayed. I mean, unless it's the stuff that they're pushing through right now, which is not medicine at all, just nonsense. Um, a lot of there were a lot of doctors and nurses. I guess we would call them midwives, or they were called witches back in the day, and they were persecuted and put to death because they had magical healing. They had knowledge of herbs and natural remedies and prevention that the system just kind of stomped out. It really sucks. I mean, it's the natural the natural way is really healthy and right, you know, and it got labeled pagan or, I don't know. It's it's frustrating. It's frustrating to see people go and get toxic treatments for stuff. Um, Guy Freeman says, our choice. If you're poor, get state run health care. You make too much for that. You buy expensive insurance, making you poor. Do neither and be fined. Exactly. Exactly. It's just a way to nickel and dime us. It's a way to bleed us. And then even if you have great insurance, the deductibles are just insane. Krista says they were put to death because the American Medical Association was forming and it only allowed those educated in universities. But university was closed to women. Oh, exactly. Exactly. And probably a lot of the best practitioners of natural medicine were women. I mean, it's really sort of a thing that women are more naturally skilled at, being observant and communicative and caring. It's sort of more of a healing is sort of a trait that comes naturally to women, I think. And yeah, it's a shame. Um, like the whole thing with AIDS, where I mean the same dude that we're dealing with these days, Doctor uh, Doctor F, the little leprechaun. He uh, he was pushing this treatment for AIDS back in the 80s. Uh, what's it called? The chemical treatment they used. I forget what it's called now. Um, I want to say DDT, but that's not it. It's initials. But it was just a terribly toxic. Uh, it was like a chemotherapy, like a cancer treatment that just killed human cells, killed your human beingness. And sure, I mean, I guess if you spray something, if you spray something on the bad parts that kills everything, kills the good parts and the bad parts, then I guess you could say it's technically successful at killing the bad stuff. But it killed everything. That and really the AIDS epidemic was a fear epidemic. And I don't know if it ever really existed as a disease. I think that, I mean, the HIV test was just, they would look at your blood, of your white blood cell count. And if you had elevated white blood cell count, they would, and, and you had a few boxes checked for the risk factors of AIDS, then they would consider that HIV. And you could have, I mean, if you get totally stressed out and you're scared and worried all the time that there's a disease that could be killing you already, you don't know about it, and you have people that you know that are being sick, you are going to be stressed out. And when you're stressed out, your body produces cortisol. And cortisol is it's it's a stress hormone your body makes, and it's pretty much like when you're being when your life is being threatened, you have this thing called fight or flight, and your body creates cortisol, and your body puts all of its energy into either running away or fighting whatever. If you're being attacked by somebody, you're going to either run away from them and hide, or you're going to beat them up, and your body puts all its energy into that, and it doesn't put any energy into fighting off your sickness. So if that goes on for a long period of time, you get worn down, and your body is putting all of its energy into the fight or flight, which is creating cortisol, and it suppresses your immune system, and so you're going to naturally have the effect of your white blood cell count going through the roof. I think that it was fear that was the main cause of HIV, and they scared us. I remember I was a kid. I was like in the second grade when HIV showed up as this big scary thing on the news, and we were all scared. We thought we could catch it from a toilet seat or something. I mean, it wasn't like that big of a thing where I was at, but it was still scary. But if I was in the community where it was actually targeting, it would have been so terrifying. I could understand how everybody would be living in fear. And I think these people were so afraid of catching this disease that they were going out and getting tested and showing up as false positives. And then they were taking this drug that was killing them. Krista says they were put to death because the American Medical Association was forming, and it only allowed those educated in university, but university was closed to women. I read that one. Brutal and funeral rites changed at the same time. Burial and funeral rites. People could only be buried on church property, and you paid a fine to be buried there. This led to plagues flaring up due to nowhere to put bodies. Well, that makes sense. This will be hard to believe for some, but at the same time of the witch hangings, it was believed that pain in childbirth was a necessary pain to endure for God. One father said, relieving a woman. In childbirth, of pain in any way was a sin. He said, a woman assisting another woman to give birth was witchcraft. And as the Bible says, you must not suffer a witch to live. And Guy Freeman says, what happened during the recent charade with people unable to go to funerals and not having their last wishes fulfilled made my blood boil. Oh man, that definitely makes your blood boil. And it's the same thing, like it causes people to be sick. I mean, depression causes illness. You separate people from their family. You tell people that there is some looming horrible killer disease, and they're gonna be afraid, and they're gonna get sick. Their cortisol levels are gonna go off the charts, and they're gonna have a medical reaction. What's up, Shooting the Breeze? Shooting the Breeze says, I'm in Ireland. I'll give you my scenario for the vaccine. Picture a pipe around a meter circumference. Fill it with thorny branches. Try blowing cotton balls through the pipe and they'll clog up. Spike proteins. That's exactly it. Spike proteins. It's really I mean, I don't envy you people that live in the UK over there in England and Ireland. It's scary. It's scary how they are really, really clamping down on you. I mean, the whole thing where they're pushing people, they're pushing for restaurants to not allow people to come into the restaurant or to the pub unless they've had a shot. They're pushing everything. I have a friend over in Liverpool, and he told me that he was afraid that. Well, he told me that the Minister of Health said that he had gotten a shot himself. He got the jab, and because he got it, he figured that everybody else should get it. And it only makes sense that they should get it because it's the right thing to do. And they were going to be going door to door and knocking on the doors and asking people to take the jab. And if you said no, then they would say that you were that you weren't mentally there, that you were making a bad mental decision, and because of that, they would take your rights away. Like pretty much like if you didn't make the right choice, which was to get the jab, that you would be committed to a state conservatorship. And that's freaking terrifying. Yes, Shooting the Breeze. It is like Germany's in World War II. Papers, please. You say, I've seen people walking headlands in the Atlantic wearing masks on their own. Headlands in the west of Ireland. Yeah, and it's the same thing here. Like we had the mask mandates for so long, and a lot of people wore the masks just to do what they thought was right. And you know, like I was not a mask guy. I got into some fights with people, and at first I was real militant about it, and then I just kind of stopped going places because the places I did go that I could go without wearing masks, I would go. And some places people got in my face. I went to a Staples. It's like an office supply store because I had to buy a cord for my microphone, and I just went in there. Like there was nobody around me, and I went to the aisle. I was looking for a cord for my microphone, and this manager kind of comes up and he's like lurking around me, and he's like, "Can I help you?" And I was like, "No, I'm okay." And then he like came up really close and he's like, "Can I help you?" And I was like, "No, I'm just looking." And he was like, "Well, do you have a mask?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Do you need a mask?" And I was like, "No, I'm okay, thanks." And he's like, "Well, you need a mask." And I was like, "Well, I'm not getting anywhere near anybody. I'm just right here. I'm gonna buy what I need and then leave." And he's like, "Well, you need a mask. We had a guy in here that tested positive for coronavirus last week, and he went to the hospital, and we had to close down and we had to clean the whole store, and it cost us $10,000." And I like looked at him, and he was like he was like kind of shaking. Like he was so like, he was the manager and he was like all like so serious about it. And I like kind of look at him and I was like, oh no. It's like, that sucks. Was he okay? And the guy was like, well, yeah, he was fine. And I was like, oh, that's good. So he didn't have any symptoms. He was like, no, he was asymptomatic, but still he tested positive. And we had to shut the store down, and the store had to pay for a cleaning crew to come in, and it was like $16,000 to clean the whole store. And I was like, oh man, that sucks. And he's like, so I need you to leave or put on a mask. And I was like, well, I'm already here. I just want to buy one of these cords and then I'll leave. And he's like, well, I need you to put on a mask or you need to go. And I was like, there's nobody around me in this whole store except for you. I'm not. I was like, all right, I'll go. You don't even have what I'm looking for here anyway. And he's like, well, I can take it out to you outside if. And I was like, I don't even see it here. So I left, but I just I felt bad. I felt bad for the guy because it was such a serious thing to him. You know, like it was it became like such a serious distraction from everything. It gave so many people this sense of power, the sense of authority that they just loved it. And I don't know, it was rough for me because I don't want to wear a mask. I mean, I started growing this beard out when this happened, and I realized like I'd go into a store with some friends of mine, and we would all walk in together, and the people would look at us, and they look at me, and then they look at my friends, and they'd say, you need to put a mask on," to my friends, but they would ignore me. And I figured since I had a this burly beard that they were intimidated or something. So that's like really why I started growing it out. I looked like a mountain man or something. Let's see. Guy Freeman says, I just read an article stating that many people who got the needle are still scared to leave the house. They are swallowed they swallowed the manufactured fear whole and it stayed in their bellies. That's absolutely right. Um yeah, like I was saying, these people, so all these people are wearing masks and terrified, and then they lifted the mask mandate, and so people don't need to wear masks. I mean, even though technically it really wasn't a law that you could enforce. I mean, if you're in a privately owned store, um, I respect people's private property. So like if they ask me to leave, I would leave. But just the same, like any corporate entity that was a big corporation like the grocery store or Walmart or whatever, I would never wear a mask in. Um, the only place I wore a mask was I had to go to a hospital one time uh, with someone that got injured, and I wore a mask there. Um, and I wore a mask when I went into the a weed store because it was a private organization, and I mean they have the right to ask you to leave if they don't want you there. So um, that was fine. But I wore a face shield. Um, but after a little bit, I was like, you know what? I just don't. I'm not going to go anywhere that makes me wear a mask. And like most people were pretty cool about it. Like I had to take my dog to the veterinarian, and I just called him up on the phone. And I was like, "Hey, I need to take my dog in, for shots or whatever." Uh, he was going to stay at a kennel, and I had to get him vaccinated for kennel cough. And they were like, "Okay, yeah, well, we're gonna ask you to come 10 minutes early and wear a mask." And I was like, "Oh, I don't wear a mask." They're like, "Oh, okay, well, that's no problem. Just call us when you get here, and we will come outside and get your dog and bring you the paperwork." And so that was pretty cool. I didn't have to wear a mask for that. Um, but yeah, the strange thing is after they lifted the mask mandate, a lot of people are still wearing masks. I mean, not a majority anymore, but and like some stores and businesses, they make their employees wear the mask. I can see, and I guess I can understand how I would wear a mask if I needed a job and my boss told me I had to, and I wouldn't want to make waves necessarily. But some people were still wearing them walking down the street or in their car, and it doesn't make sense. It's like I think there's a lot of people that just aren't in there. They're just not. There's so many NPCs. There's so many people that are useless people. And that sounds really harsh, but they don't there's a lot of people that don't bring anything to the table. I mean, the worst thing is that they ask so many businesses to close down, and the businesses did. And then the president has been giving out trillions of dollars in benefits for people to stay home, which, okay, whatever. You're going to be at home. You might as well be able to buy video games or pay your bills or whatever. But now there's businesses that are closed. There's businesses that can't open up full time, even though they're able to, because they can't find people that want to work there. Like the convenience store down the road, 7-Eleven. It's been here since I was a little kid. I was like, as young as I can remember, this store has been here, like probably at least 40 years. 7-Eleven has been here, and it's been open 24 hours a day. And the other day, like I was driving by and it was 10 o'clock at night and it was closed. And I was like, what? It's like, oh, what? Is it closed? 7-Eleven is never closed. And I was like, huh, maybe, like maybe the guy that was working there hurt himself. Like, I don't know. So then I went to another convenience store on the other end of the street, like about a week later, and I was talking to the person that was working there, and she told me that 7-Eleven is closed nights now. And I was like, what? What do you mean they're closed nights? That's insane. 7-Eleven's been 24 hours since I remember. And she was like, yeah. Um, yeah, they can't find anybody that wants to work the night shift. And so they're closed now. And they've been going around asking for people to go work there at all the other convenience stores in town. And I'm like, whoa. Like my favorite sushi restaurant, they have a door. Their door has a table set up right pushed up against it, so like you can't walk in. Like you have to like the door opens inward, and they have a table pushed up, so like you can order food to go, and then you like lean over this table to grab it and pay them and stuff. And I was like, hey, I can't wait for you guys to open up. I want to sit at the sushi bar and watch you make the sushi. And they're like, oh yeah. They're like, we're probably not going to open up for a while. And I was like, oh no, why? They're like, we can't find people to work here. I'm like, I know tons of people that don't have jobs. Like, what's the deal? What's the deal? What's up?
Hey, what's up? Sorry about that.
Oh, no worries.
He's a light sleeper.
Oh, he's probably stressed out about the McAfee drop.
Yeah. I mean, it went down to 0 and nothing happened again. So that's twice. Well, looks like it was a big fucking LARP again. The apocalypse is just full in effect.
Full in effect. Shit.
Getting tired of it, man. Getting tired of it. All the disappointment.
Yes. I was reading the chat here. Let's see. Clock into. Hey, thanks for joining us. Shooting the breeze.
Yes, thank you.
Guy Friedman says they didn't purchase all those plastic coffins for nothing. And yes, I agree. Maybe they did. Maybe the reason why they bought them for was to terrify us.
Warren nutrition.
Or what's
Right.
that?
The war on nutrition.
War on nutrition.
Yeah. 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 You know, actually, I was thinking more. I think about it. This may sound fucked up, but oh man, this is really fucked up. But I think I'm starting to kind of turn. It's not the red light, but it's kind of that. I'm starting to turn to the dark side. I'm kind of for depopulation now.
You know what?
I know.
I agree.
Can you hear me out for a second, though?
Yeah, please.
Hear me out. We've been trying for months, you know, just red pill raping everyone. Going, listen, wake up, this and this and this. And they just go, there's nothing to do. So now I'm like, oh, you know what? Eugenics is pretty good. I get it. So I've been trying to call Bill Gates. I've been trying to call the $1 billion Boys Club. I've been trying to get on the phone with Bezos. I'm like, I want to get on that dick spaceship. I mean, what I got to do? I mean, it's just. I get it. I see it. I have eyes now to see, and everyone's retarded. And you know, I've been so invested in being Qtarded, and this was the last straw. So now I'm definitely want to depopulate the world. So I'm evil now. Just letting you know, Jim. Going to the dark side. Hail Satan.
I feel you. I totally feel you. I was just thinking the same thing. Like, man, I just want all these stupid people to die off already, so that we can get back to some sort of normal.
Yes, I mean, Jenna 2030. I think we could push that up a few years, right? Like Jenna 2022. I mean, it's got a nice ring to it. We don't have to wait so many years. I mean, these people will just walk to slaughter. We don't even have to put them in box carts. It's going to be real easy, guys. Real easy. I mean, the chat, you guys, you could come along to the dark side if you like. I think we can talk to Bill. Get you in.
Yeah, I think all we have to do is some jump scares, some scare these folks, and they'll stay away from us. You know, like plant a garden, grow your vegetables, and then put up some scarecrows of some guys that aren't wearing masks. Keep everybody out of the garden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm for that. Also, injecting them with things that may or may not kill them. I mean, have you seen that video of the guy? It's like a person, they're like flopping. I don't know. This thing, we don't know if anything's real. But there's the video of a guy or a woman coming out of a clinic and they're flopping on a gurney, and there's people in line, and another person walks up and gets in line, and I'm like watching that. I'm like, not one person just turns around. No, eugenics, take care of it. Just, it's time for the great reset. That's what I'm just saying. I get it now.
Yeah, I know. I get it too. It sucks, but I feel like just this whole, unless there's something we don't know about, and people that are gonna die off real quick that got the vaccination, like it's gonna be kind of slow.
Too slow.
I feel like
2030 is not fast enough, man. I
yeah,
mean, if anything, this year has taught us, a year and change, is things got to move. We don't have time. You know, just just get over with. It's like, why pull off the band-aid slow? Just do it.
yeah. I think that maybe there's gonna be something else around the corner. Then you know, there's, there's gotta be.
Okay, and here's the other thing. I love your dog. He can stay.
Yeah, he has to.
But Chihuahuas, no. They gotta go too. That's part of the great reset.
Well, we're probably gonna be eating those little guys.
Yeah. About that. I think I'm totally into eating people. We're just gonna skip the bugs. We're just gonna go to people. So like green for the porries, but we'll be eating more fine dining, like a little candlelight mood, in a mansion. I want to be invited to those parties.
Yeah, I'll eat people, but I think I want to stick to like filet mignon fed elites. Because I don't want
Yeah.
to eat somebody that's been filling up on Doritos and McDonald's
Uh,
every single day.
disgusting. Disgusting. Just when they're standing next to me and they got the mask and I can smell the breath coming. Just reset it already. Just
Yeah,
reset it. I get
yeah,
it, Klaus. I get it now. I've had a great awakening. And it's that people need to die. It's going to be honest. I know I'm the bad guy now, but you all won't feel the same way in a couple months at least. We've had a good time. It's over. Party's over. Like when you have a party that goes a little too long and there's people just straggling and you just
yeah,
want to clean up and just get it over with. That's
yeah.
this.
You're about ready to call the cops on your own party just to
Yeah.
kick those fuckers out. Yeah.
By kick them out, we mean exterminate, but that's neither here or there. Just I've been isolated for a long time. If you haven't noticed,
Yeah, I haven't talked to you for a while. How's it been going?
well, pretty good. Other than me switching to the dark side, not bad. I mean, that was kind of I turned heel. I didn't realize that was going to happen in my storyline, but what are you going to do? Embrace it.
Yeah, I think it's natural to turn to the evil side at least at one point, because how else are you gonna ever understand the goodness of good if you haven't
Exactly. The
dabbled
duality.
in evil? Yeah,
It's the Jacob and Bojazz. No, Joaquin. It's the Joaquin and Bojazz.
Joaquin Phoenix and Bo Jackson.
Yeah, they're the two stools. The two stools of the whole of the reality or something. I've made many videos about this, so things
Yeah,
go.
I think I was listening to Thomas Sheridan, and he was talking about how the significance of the 2 jabs. You know, you have to take one vaccine jab and then you take the second jab, and how because it's 2, it it's sort of a connection to the 2 towers, and how it's all one magical spell. You know, the 2 jabs and the falling of the 2 towers back in 2001, 19 years before this 19 disease.
Hmm. Barski's wanting to get on. He needs a link. Do you want to send that to him?
I'll send him a link here. Sure. What's Barski doing?
I don't know, but I was thinking about he needed to go too before he hopped in the chat. Now he might be spared. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. He won, his basketball team won. So I think he's been probably tipping cop cars over and setting fire to the town.
Barski, I don't know, but I was thinking about he needed to go too before he. I'm hearing myself again.
Barski, turn down your TV. See how it goes. He won, his basketball team won. So
what's going on, dude? Professional much? Okay, your team that's on the chopping block. They got to go in the Great Reset. I'm sorry.
Hold on, I gotta plug this mic in.
What's up, David Barski? Do you have video in your world?
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay, there's a Guy Freeman in the chat saying I need some sunshine and good company. You know what, Guy? I think I need bloodshed. That's what I think I need.
Exactly, bloodshed. Oh, you know what? Have you seen that movie? It's called The Hunt.
The cunt?
The Hunt.
The cunt. Yeah.
Hunt. It's about it's sort of like related to Pizzagate. It's like a sort of a horror movie where these 12 people wake up and they're in a field and they're like kind of ball gagged and they don't know where they're at or how they got there, and they're running around and they're all sort of like MAGA bloggers, and they find this like sort of Hunger Games style box full of guns and stuff.
Oh yeah, that was the one they got in trouble for, and they like didn't release at first. I think I remember that vaguely.
Well, there was some problems with it, huh? Interesting.
Yeah, controversy or fake controversy. Yeah. I didn't see it.
I watched it the other day, and I was like, "Wow, this is interesting," because it was all these people. They like tweeted something about somebody. It was like sort of like they were all right wing sort of Qtard style Twitter folks or whatever, and they somebody got like it was like sort of like a Anthony Weiner style trouble. Somebody got in and their computer got ganked by the cops, and somehow a bunch of text message strings got out, and one of them, they were joking about how they had this manor where they hunt deplorables. It was just a few lines, and it was just a joke that they had, that they were talking about, but it like, so there were some ramifications, and these folks that were joking around about it, they lost their jobs. These liberal elite sort of folks lost their jobs because of it, and so they ended up to get revenge. Like about a year later, they tracked down 12 people that were blogging about it or retweeting it, and they kidnapped them and drugged them, took them to this place and hunted them. I was like, wow, that's kind of interesting, like kind of cool. And the day after I watched it, I saw this video of our president, what's his name? He was talking about how there were 12 people that were perpetuating lies on social media.
They were killing people on Facebook. He's
Exactly.
Like, baby.
And I was like, what? Like, why is he saying there are 12 of them?
12
Like,
disciples.
There's more than 12.
12 constellations.
12.
Yep, it's all dumb rituals.
Absolutely.
Like I said, I want to get in on these dumb rituals.
I want to. Yeah, we need to get in on them. I'm working on my camera, guys. Hi, Greg.
What's up?
Sound
That's
okay?
good. Yeah, you sound good.
You sound delightful. Seriously, your mic sounds better than it ever has.
That's good. I was having all kinds of problems at first, and I'm trying to whisper not to wake up the boy again because he got.
Hey, at least you're not doing the ASMR thing like Alan. I got a shout out to Alan. No, it's good to see you, man.
MS what?
That, you know how them people whisper, they get all up on them, and they trigger your senses. You know what I mean? Like to try to. It's super sexual and homosexual and transsexual and every kind of sexual.
Hypersexual.
Hyper. So that's what I meant. Damn it. Okay. Makes more sense.
I can do that if you want. Just say.
I don't want you to.
It's kind of intimate when people are talking right into the microphone. Makes you feel like you're right there, you know?
Yeah. It's called the NPR cum shot, right?
Oh,
This is NPR.
I can't listen to NPR.
I just think I made myself come. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a bit.
What's that pre-cum? Greg?
Oh, God, dude. So let's see. Is the countdown still going? Yeah, nothing. Is there? Did anyone hear about like drops and the world?
Oh, is that yeah? What's going on? What's the situation, guys?
We got duped.
Our man J Mac.
Looks like we got duped. That makes me angry.
I didn't want to say anything, but I kind of knew it.
Of course you knew it.
But whatever.
Now I look like the fool. Here we got Qtarded again.
You bought
I was
into
just
it.
over it, and then here it has to come back in my life. I'm like, oh, here it comes. Here comes the storm. No storm. The storm's inside now. The storm is angry. It's also white. It's white storm.
Well, you got 2 white storms in your house right now, right? Yeah.
Right. Then now I'm trouble for agencies because I'm a white storm. Like a stormtrooper.
A white storm. Heard you was AB. What's up, player?
I'm kidding, by the way. Peoples. Supremacists.
I gotta tell you guys, so Anthony and I put a new microwave in today. It was quite exciting. I know you guys want to hear all about it, but yep, we did.
Are you installing 5G?
5G microwave technology, you know it, player. Over the stove, got that 5G range hood, whatever. Yeah.
Nice.
Rockefeller.
Got that Whirlpool tech. What up, baby?
Going back on the Telegram. Nothing's happening. It's just a big lie. Big Rickroll of my life.
Yeah. Are you on Telegram, Greg?
No, I'm not.
I'm not either.
I just found out about it today. I'm like, I didn't even know what that was. I'm booming out. I'm like, what? Hey.
That's right. You got afraid of crypto. You're like, fuck this. I'm going back. I made too much money too fast. This is too scary. I'm going back to stocks. It's okay. I get it, Dad. Dad, I get it.
They're all scam.
I know.
I could unwrap that one, but I'm not gonna do that again. It's the war on nutrition, right, Jim?
The war on nutrition, yes.
I'll be right back, guys.
So I have a question about crypto. Crypto and NFTs. I was thinking that it's a trick to mitigate hyperinflation.
That could
be. Yeah, I think also because fiat's basically spent and they don't want to admit that they broke it, especially like when I was like talking about derivative markets and shit, how there's a quadrillion dollars in that. And lately they have these things called, well, they've had them all the time. They're called failure to delivers when it's in the options market and they fail to deliver what they promised. And they basically package them and hide them in other vehicles like they did in 2008 with the mortgages. So that's a thing waiting to happen at some point. So they put them in ETFs and they go, oh, we just kick this can down the road and the can gets heavier and heavier and then their foot's going to break eventually and that's going to be the economy. And they're going to be like, oh my God, it was white supremacists that did this. I can't believe this. Guaranteed they'll be it was Reddit and white supremacists that broke the market, not our bullshit.
I heard an analogy about that I totally understood. Like I never got it until this analogy that these mutual funds were essentially like making coleslaw out of tons and tons of heads of lettuce. And some of the lettuce, a lot of the lettuce was good lettuce, and some of the lettuce was rotten lettuce. And they wrapped it all up. They chopped it all up and mixed it all up and made coleslaw. And then they fed it to American money borrowers, and everybody got sick because they ate coleslaw that had shitty lettuce in it.
Yeah. Well, index funds and stuff like are like that. And there's this issue of price discovery, so you don't know what the value is of said security. But like what I was saying, they have this depository thing where they offload all the cash and they give you synthetics. There is no price discovery because they control the price completely. So, it's Fugazi. Like I'm saying, GameStop should be like a $10,000 share right now of the amount of money that poured into it. And then what they do, they use these things called dark pools, and they most of your shares go into that, and that doesn't fluctuate the price. But then they take all those sell orders and throw those on the market, and then it starts tanking it. It's fucking rigged. It's just it. It's frustrating, but luckily that when you're talking about NFTs and like blockchain, that could fix the markets because since they could be time stamped, exactly what's going where. You can't do this like synthetic, basically fraud, hypothetically. So that is actually a possibility with GameStop that they might do a crypto dividend, which would also maybe turn into the actual shares, which would be fascinating because it would be never done before and could change the markets completely forever. But that's
that would be interesting if they did that. They could totally do that though.
They could, and that also would stop short sellers completely because they can't do synthetic
so they
shares.
Would ETF it, right? They'd ETF it, or they'd make a token, right? They'd have to make like some sort of token with that.
Yeah, they actually made a token, but no one knows what it's for yet. It's a non-fungible token.
Well, so it's an NFT. Okay, then okay. So that's a little bit weird, and that's a slippery and sticky slope. You'd think for GameStop.
Well, they could use it.
Yeah, how would you? Like, yeah, what? I mean, because essentially an NFT, Jim, you've looked into that, right?
I've looked into it and tried to figure it out.
It's basically IP, bro. Like it's literally like IP. It's minting IP on a blockchain, and so essentially
IP,
it's like
what's IP?
Intellectual property. It's like you could take, like for example, your meme magic. You know how you're good at making memes, right? You could like your most popular meme, for example, right?
Yeah.
On Twitter, right? Like you could mint that as an NFT and sell it, and people would bid on it, or you could set a price for it.
So is the NFT is
It's just
Is
digital.
there a blockchain receipt being
Yes,
encoded into
absolutely.
that NFT? And so
Yes, it's written
how
into it.
what is the value of that though? Is it like anytime anybody accesses that blockchain down the road, I'm
It's
gonna see a piece of it?
well, you'd sell it outright for one price, right? Okay,
Yeah.
you're not making money off of it, but no, only one person gets to buy it, and they have the original. It's literally like, think of it like this.
But I don't think you can. Can you not? But what can you? I didn't
Dude,
think you could sell it
it's
for anything.
you
that-
can't.
You can't
can't-
sell it for money. Like it's not worth any money for me to buy
No,
something.
It's worth as much
it's
as you
fiat.
want to pay for
It's
it.
worth whatever somebody's willing to pay for it, dude. It's just like a baseball card. Literally.
Yeah, but once I bought an NFT, and then I have that NFT that I bought for $1,000, can I sell it for $1,000?
You can sell it for 20,000 if someone wants to buy it.
Yeah, it's just like a security that stores value where there's a buyer and seller. And if that
think of it
seller,
like baseball cards. Yeah,
if they want to sell at a certain price, and the buyer is like, I'll take that.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then like price more. It's literally as simple as baseball cards. That's the best way you can really put it. Wouldn't you agree, Greg? Like that's the most simple way to
So-
explain it.
Why does this
Yeah.
system? Why did the system create NFTs?
Uh,
Is it
becau-
a vehicle for storing the blockchain records and making it something that people want to buy instead of it just being a box of like numbers?
Yes, but think of it like this. I think this makes the most sense. Okay, so like the way, if you look into some of the most successful NFTs right now, like NBA Top Shot, for example, that's like the biggest DApp, or not DApp. Well, it's there's so much because I've been banking lately on NFT. How can I put it? Like certain decentralized DeFi exchanges and whatever. That's neither here nor there. But blockchains that store NFTs basically, or speed up the process, or build on ramps for fiat currency to pay for NFTs with fiat currency. If you catch where I'm going here. Now, here's the thing though. So they're making they're making these games that are called dApps, or they're like decentralized apps. So you think of a game like Farmville. Okay, you remember that stupid game Farmville on Facebook?
No, I don't have
My
Facebook.
ex-wife used to play it. It drove me crazy years ago, and she was like addicted to
You
it.
can buy a skin for your tractor, and
Yes. Okay. Now you're on. Now you're thinking. This is where we're going here. It's like digital one of a kind BS. So you can have skins in Call of Duty, right? Like I never understood that. I would never pay.
like a micro transaction where
Precisely.
you can buy it for $100, then you have a skin, but like it doesn't.
Nobody else has it, right? But nobody else has it, and it's like a one of a kind type situation, right? It's like that Ken Griffey Jr. card in episode 1 or 2 we were talking about. Even the thing about that though is that was hard to find, but there were multiple. They printed however many of them, right? So it's not as.
So can it only be transferred in the same token that you bought it in?
No, that's what I'm talking here with on ramps, where I'm talking like access to different forms of payment, right? So like we're talking like Bitcoin, like okay, you can pay, like for example, there's like exchanges you can go to that are like websites. Okay, like for example, I know I'm all over the place, but it's hard to explain to somebody that doesn't have like a.
So what I'm thinking is that okay, like let's say that the Fed just prints a whole bunch of money to counter a depressive financial.
They're doing that right now. It's about
They're doing that right now, but they don't want to have a situation like in Germany where you had to have 1 million Deutsche Mark to buy a loaf of bread. So instead they make all these other tokens to spread that debt around on, and
Right.
so it keeps the value of the dollar higher. Is what that's my theory, but I don't know if that's right.
Well, the Fed is making a Fed coin, and it basically, and it's actually the same thing as what the Chinese did, and it's a complete failure. But it's a cryptocurrency, but it's actually
a stable coin. It's called a stable coin,
right?
And it maintains its hovers around $1. Okay, like it never really fluctuates higher, but you earn interest on when you hold it. You earn interest on it. You collect an APY, so you collect a percentage. For example, on Coinbase, if you hold USDC, which is United States digital currency, which you can then convert into Bitcoin or buy. That, like, the USDC coin is and then there's a few of them, okay, but if you hold some of that, like, let's say and the reason you hold that now, for example, is like, let's say you bought $100 worth of Bitcoin, right? Okay, and you see that you're a little bit nervous, and you've like made, let's say you've been holding for 2 months on your Bitcoin, right? And it's fluctuated, you've lost, 2 weeks in, you're down, you put $100 in, you're down to like $60, and then all of a sudden you're, 2 weeks later you're up to 250, so you've more than doubled your money. You get a little bit nervous. You don't want that to happen again, right? So what you can do is convert that Bitcoin for literally free on Coinbase into a stable coin, which hovers at $1. It does not move from $1. So you could essentially take your winnings, convert them into like the stable coin, which would be the USDC, or there's a few other ones. There's Tether and DAO, DAO, and you would stake while you're so let's say you cash out, you make your $150 right on the hundreds you put it in, and let's say you want to play a game, like you don't want to leave your money in there fluctuating, you know what I mean, like losing and having to worry about it. So you're going to put in, that's why it's called a stable coin, because it's not volatile, it just hovers right around $1. Now,
who cleans the shit out of the stable?
Can you get a little bit more specific? Like,
oh, you got a horse in the stable, and every day.
Oh, stable! I get it now. It's like 4 a.m. here, so. Anyway, I love you. Okay, so let's say you're sick of the volatility. You're sick of having to deal with that, and you need a break. Your brain needs a break. Okay, and you just want to think about, like, hey, I want to maybe move that. You've been thinking about buying Ethereum, right? But you just want to chill for a minute, but you don't want to pull all your money out. Okay, you want to, you're going to continue to invest or play, right? So you can essentially hold your winnings, right? Greg, this makes sense, doesn't it, to you?
No, keep talking. It's starting to make sense.
That's okay. So you take that $150 you won, right, and hypothetically you put it into the stable coin that's going to stay at $1. So while you're thinking, maybe you want to take a week off and not, but you want to have your winnings, right? You don't want to leave it in Bitcoin, and you don't want to sell it, because then you have to get back in. And that's a process in and of itself, where there's fees that are going to be incurred and all kinds of stuff. So basically, that's the only real benefit I can see of using it, honestly. Like, and then collecting interest on it. That's it. You can also loan it out too. There's this program like Aave, for example, that Greg. What did you buy in at, like $70 or $80, Greg?
Something like that.
Yeah, and then it shot up to what?
Like 500.
500, yeah. And Greg got spooked. I don't want to speak for you, but I understand.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, like, I can't believe you. Whatever. That's neither here nor there. I struck the same thing happened to me again over the last 48 hours, Greg. I bought it and I bottomed out when everything was negative, and then I bought into NFT blockchains, right? And DeFi stuff, like 4 different ones, and I tripled the money. Like, bam. So
yeah, I just need to learn more about it. I just haven't gone all full autis on it,
Right.
You have?
I haven't, because I still don't get it. I get it, but I don't get it.
Well, like with the Fed coins and stuff, like what they want to do, like China's one was it can like basically they want to say if they want to stimulate the economy, they make you basically use it or it loses value.
Right.
So you don't, it doesn't, that's the kind of thing that sucks about that kind of currency. You can't accumulate it and gain wealth.
Right. It's a total keep the money circulating, keep it moving.
It's not, so it's not even really a currency. It's like it's also what they want to do here is they want to use it as like a coupon, so you can use it as you know Walmart and Amazon and whatever. But it has to be in the platform, which is it loaded with the vaccine passport, all that. It's all that what that is. So that's the back door is the virus.
Exactly.
Get the currency. It's the currency in the end. It's not.
Yes.
Because the currency is control. Central banks. This is it.
Yeah. See, this is what. But here's the thing: like they didn't expect to run into this much trouble with DeFi and the way DeFi is working, which is beautiful. And I can break this down very easily if you understand BitTorrents. You can this is what the internet is going to, so books won't be burned, or you see what I'm saying, like digital books burning type situations. The internet 3.0. Okay, like that's what they're working on, and they're pretty far along. They're close.
Wait. What's the internet 3.0?
Okay, so it's like, Greg, you know about this, right?
Internet 1
it sounds very Discordian.
It is.
Internet 1 is the military internet that they started at first, and then
that's ARPANET.
Yeah, and then Internet 2 is what we're on now.
Right, and then that's I think I'm kind of.
What's Internet 3 like Ready Player One?
No. It's peer-to-peer, meaning no one. It's not all on one server. There's, how a torrent works, right? A BitTorrent.
Like it's a fractal.
Yes, exactly. So no, you can't scrub the fucking internet of data that's put out because too many people have too many pieces out there. There's too many seeds, right?
Every toaster has a processor and a storage device big enough to store the entire internet on it.
It's the Dark Knight, right? When he's like trying to find Joker or whatever, and he's got to ping everyone.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Devices.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like breaking a whole bunch of security laws because Batman is the bad guy in that movie.
He is, and he is the bad guy in everything because he is a piece of shit like that. But whatever, that's not here nor there.
That's another conversation.
Right.
I didn't know, Barski, if you found out about I've embraced the dark side now. I am for the Great Reset and eugenics.
Hey, I got my vaccine, bro. Chill out, dude.
No, that's another point. We need to do the test. You need to get the magnets, black lights.
Yeah, we should do it live. Because, we all got our vaccine, so we need to just get it done, right?
We got to do the science. We got to see how this works.
Test the science. We got to check it out, guys. I wonder how many viewers are like, how many left?
I didn't get the vaccine.
What are you talking about? Why are you lying?
I put, every day I go down to the river and I smear mud on my face and chest, like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie Predator. And then nobody can see me. And I run around.
Dude, I love that. It's like it's the same. I love that line of thought because, it's like when you're a kid and, like you see that shadow person in your closet, right? And you're just like, and you go, well, and you pull the covers over your head and you're like, shit. And then you close your eyes as hard as you can. And you're like, well, if I can't see him, he can't see me. That line of thinking, it's beautiful, right?
What do you mean line of thinking?
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's fact. It's science. It's the science. I'm not going to argue with that, right?
It's not science. You can't argue it.
Exactly.
Science is dogma.
Yeah, right.
And that's what I'm saying.
Guys, what are you talking about?
Well, Mandela effect.
Exactly, dude. I'm beyond embracing it. I am getting.
When I was a kid, I don't know if you guys ever heard this, but science was.
I don't know if you're a kid.
It was a process of discovery of information where they would make like a hypothesis and then they would do tests, and then they would
See if they
come
can
up
get
with a theory and all this weird stuff. But that's not really science.
No, you're wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Science
that's just literally the scientific process, right?
Science is popular doctrine.
Oh, that's right. Keep
it-
forgetting.
it's our general consensus of our chosen ones, what they think.
It's
Kind of like a priest
cheery.
class, but not. They're better.
They are better.
Yeah.
And I want to get in on that party. That's what I'm saying. Agenda 2022. Okay.
For real.
Hashtag. Get it going, people.
Let's do it. Pound sign all day, dude. I will.
Science purified.
No
And
30.
that's science.
22.
Science purification. Deuce, baby. Because we about to be out of blackjack.
Yeah. Also, I want to say, like, I think Fauci dropped the ball this last thing with Congress or whatever he was doing with Rand Paul, like yelling at him, making him
Yeah.
shake. He's got to go. So
How is he not a pariah yet? Keep going.
Well, he dropped the ball.
Hell yeah, he did.
We need better. By better, I mean me. I'll take care of this.
I love you. Thank you.
Please do.
I mean, just let me pick up his bullshit. He's weak. He's short.
Get a shovel. I'll hand you the shovel. It's like scalpel. You know what I mean? Just holler out what you need, brother.
He's had his time.
He has.
Let me finish
his
the program. The program will be finished. The final solution will happen.
It will. And we're going to be all right.
Jesus
We're gonna
Christ,
be all right.
Just give me power.
Kenny,
You would have thought I would have softened up with this. No. I'm hard. I'm hard as a rock right now.
Hey, don't hold it against me, man, unless it gets hard. Okay? Calm down. Anyway, continue, Greg, because I'm missing you so much more. Hearing all this, I just miss you even harder.
Oh, well,
We're in
thank
the
you.
gutter.
You're going to lessen my dark side persona right now. So let's keep that.
Feels
for
good.
after the show.
Keep it up. For after this. I'm loving this, dude. Hey, don't log on. Or don't log off.
Good God. Is anyone even on the show still? I know it's late.
We got 12 people watching.
12
Hey,
people.
12. We got
They're the 12 problem
Oh,
makers for
shit.
Facebook. I knew it.
We got
the
Emily
disc
Erb,
eyeballs.
Krista, Stella Moon, and others.
We have a very beautiful group in the chat. I love all of you guys so much. Women, I'm sorry. Most of you
All
are
my
ladies.
favorite people are.
They are. You seriously. And
Yeah.
man, I'm just gonna
All
shut
good
up.
people. All good people. You should be coming to the dark side with me. Come on. Just embrace it.
Do you have that music? You have
Oh,
the
do I have
best
the-
soundboards.
Do I have the evil music playing?
Evil music, yes.
Dude, my roadcaster took a dump, right?
I heard.
Yeah, man, that's pretty rough.
Rocked it too hard.
This sounds great though, right? This mic sounds good.
It does.
It's the Shure MV7, man.
You're a little ASMR though.
I know, because I have to be, because it's 4 a.m. here.
4 a.m. Still early to go out there and reset, buddy. Go out there. Start resetting.
I'm about to.
Hey, if you're listening right now to this music and you're wearing a mask, follow your friends off a cliff.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure to like.
There's nobody listening that I don't think thinks, or there's nobody listening right now that has that line of thought. Thank goodness. If there is, leave.
Well,
No,
I'm thinking
don't.
we should do this in like segments, like demographics. So obviously the first has to go to baby boomers because they have the most wealth. We can extract that
For
take
sure.
for ourselves, build infrastructure for the
Dude,
next evil plans.
take their property. Yeah,
Take their
I mean,
property, all of it. I mean,
We'll
it's
all be
trillions.
driving Buicks.
Yes,
And Lincoln and Grand Marquis.
and we can even sell the extra Buicks we don't need to
Or
like
the
Cuba
Sabres,
because
babe.
obviously they need some help, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
seriously.
by help, we need to go over there and help them impress more. Okay, crack some skulls.
Smoke some crack while we're cracking skulls too.
Then we're gonna go to France. We're gonna help out Macron
Yes.
crack those skulls.
The Jupiterian.
Yep. get some UN troops rolling through. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah, bro. Let's get rid of the yellow vest forever, baby. Let's white helmet, the yellow vest. Man, I love this.
I have a vision.
I love this vision, Greg. Let me in on it. It's a struggle. It's Greg's struggle, man. Mine.
You know, if the countdown would actually been something, I would have turned not healed. I would have gone and been a good guy, but no, that was my not my origin impasse, but you know what I mean, second half or second, you know,
second quarter. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna say anything right now. But we won the championship, dude. That's crazy. And I gotta say this, dude. I'm really disgusted with Milwaukee for this one reason. It's not just because it's Milwaukee, but no shit. While the Bucks are celebrating the title, there was 70,000 people on the streets. No joke. Like outside the arena, 70,000 people, dude. And right after they're celebrating, they get the trophy. Giannis is running around. It's great, right? He scored 50 points, dude. That's insanity. Anyway, it's about midnight, maybe 10 after midnight. The streets are just packed, and all of a sudden, and this is live on TV. I caught it like live on the channel, whatever, channel 12. Yeah, I'll drop a dime. You see the reporter lady going, "This is amazing, you know, Bucks and 6, everybody's chanting, blah, blah, and happy." And all of a sudden, you start hearing gunshots, like right on Water Street, and that's the main drag, right? That's like 6th Street for Austin, but it's for like Chads. You know what I mean? It's for like douchey fucking, you know, it's just douchebag central out there. And yeah, I hear the gunshots, and all these people start freaking running, and then cops are everywhere. And then all of a sudden, you hear way more gunshots, like automatic weaponry just firing. It made me so sick. Okay, like physically, I got nauseous. Like, are you kidding me? This is like, why can't it be like Philadelphia? Like burn couches and like eat horse shit or whatever that dude did after the Eagles won the Super Bowl that year. Like, I get acting a fool, but I don't get eating dog shit or horse shit. But I do understand that to a degree why you would be so crazy because you're Philadelphia. But all that aside, what the F is wrong with people in Milwaukee? Like, we win the championship. Why are you shooting people? 2 people got shot. They're not dead, thank God. They're not in like critical condition or anything like that. But I didn't even want to look to find out if the people got arrested that did this and why. What? Who's?
Well, I think
go ahead.
The first reason why they did it because they're from Milwaukee. I mean, it's obvious. And the second thing is this was a missed opportunity. You could have dropped so many bats with Delta variants in them and bite everyone in the crowd. Then they start biting people.
You mean
just a bite fest?
Jab? You mean? Oh, I know what you meant actually by dropping.
I'm just thinking of evil plans. Okay.
No. I was thinking the way to do. I know I'm with you, bro. I'm in the same. Hey, I'm on the level. You're on the square. Let's do this. Now check it out.
No one sees my vision.
Dude. I have second sight, okay?
Do you see? Do you see?
I love
I wish
Ducey.
I just take off my clothes and have like a really shitty that tattoo of like a bad demon. What do you see? Like, oh, Jesus, man.
Ducey and Jesus Man? I love Jesus Man. That's my favorite new comic. But anyway.
I know that's a really old reference, but that was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
I actually wanted to do a skit where it's like Red Dragon has a roommate and just keeps on bothering his roommate by going like, "Do you see?" And he's like, there's a scene where he's trying to like watch TV. He just gets naked in front of the TV. He's like, "Do you see?" He's like, "No, I can't actually see. I'm trying to watch. Thanks, Red Dragon." You know, like, and then there's like another scene where he's like asking where like his pizza or whatever is in the fridge is gone. You know, stuff like that.
Hey,
if I see Hollywood steal that,
I gotta see it.
I'm gonna sue. I'm just gonna say.
You're suing. Nice.
It's cold.
You need to send me a like. I don't even know what the hell movie Red Dragon is. I've heard of it, but I don't.
It was the sequel to Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, it's that movie. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
right.
he's like got the crazy William Blake devil tattoo on his back, and he like pops off his clothes and goes, "Do you see?" it's, it's classic.
Oh, William Blake. It's a tattoo of William Blake.
No, the devil.
I was thinking of
painting.
Robert Blake. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a great painting or drawing, whatever.
Guys, do you realize, Greg, Jim, do you realize what just went through my brain? Robert Blake, the actor who murdered, Natalie Wood with Christopher Walken. Yeah.
They told him murdered her.
Lost Highway. Yeah. His character, Lost Highway. Pretty
Yeah, we solved that crime. We should do a true crime podcast. I'm like, this happened. Don't have to look.
That's it. Yeah, you guys just drop it. Like, can you stop talking? Like, nobody talks about it at all.
She's dead.
We need to just put shit like that to rest. Like all these goofy that shit that nobody's talking about at all anymore. Like it's just like totally been swept under the rug. Like it was like, yeah, we're here to lay this shit out and put it to bed. 5 to 7 minute episodes. Just like that's it. It's a wrap.
You see, actually, have something that's pretty insensitive. What are you showing us, Jim? Those stars.
Oh, it's 2 green lights and the moon through a dirty car window.
Is that a tattoo you got of that?
No, it's just the moon today. She was orange for the last week.
Are you naked? Do you see what I see, Greg? Or you could easily. Oh wow, never mind. Yeah, look at I thought. Never mind. I thought I saw your thigh and you're way too close up. Your fingers look like
butt ass naked all of a sudden.
Right. I was like, damn, dude, put pants
his phone in front of his crotch. He's like, check this out. Do you see?
Did you take that from outer space?
Through the dirty car window.
Well, it looks like
the red light and the moon above it.
Since we're talking about space, can I drop an idea to you guys? I think
let's hear it. Shut me up. Come on, let's do it.
I think this whole Bezos, obviously there's a ritual aspect to it, right?
Right.
I get that. And the Branson.
It's too bad it's not Charles.
The Musk. The billionaires, boy clubs, space endeavors.
BBC, baby.
Now, I think that the real spell with it, that's a good one. I think what it was to deter people to not want to go to space anymore. It was such in bad taste, bad timing.
Yes.
And now people are like, I don't fucking care. We have too many problems. That's all I kept on seeing after I thought of this. Like, we have too many problems down here. Why would you go to space?
Yeah. Now I caught myself saying that shit to the TV guy.
Exactly. I thought it too. And I'm like, oh, that's what it was. That's how we don't fucking think about it and want to go for another 10, 20 years. Well, unfortunately, most of us will be dead because the plan will go through.
Right.
Oh, I'll be alive.
Me too.
Maybe. Not sure.
About me, yeah.
I gotta talk to Billy. You gotta talk to Billy first.
All right. Billy.
I'm just saying, I think that was what it was. It was they got Bezos to do his goofy laugh with the Dr. Evil stuff, and everyone just unconsciously was associating now space going there, evil, bad idea. Now we don't have to explain why we have never gone to space. And it's all
this is I love it. Keep going. Just keep
saying, I think that was the ultimate goal was oh shit, they're
take a shit in space.
Because all those failure delivers again. We're stacking up.
Failure delivers. Go ahead.
Are we going to space, guys? Nope, not anymore.
Not even.
I feel like it's a handoff of power. How at first countries are considered powerful on the world stage if they have two things. First thing is they have a central bank, and once they have a central bank, then after that they get nuclear weapons and they become a player on the world military stage. And if they go to the highest echelon of power, they have a space program. And right now we're moving from the old world, which is many countries, many rulers, many states, to the new world, which is one community with corporations being the state entity. So they have to pass the torch of power to the corporate
Right.
rulers. So they pass the space program, which is the highest torch of statehood, of what's it called, of eliteness. They pass that torch from countries to corporations, so that people trust the corporations over the countries. They think that, I mean, it's the whole, like, the end all of the most powerful entities on the planet are the ones that can leave the planet. So
dude, they're not leaving.
Once
but, okay, I'm with you.
Once the guy that can do the biggest magic ever, which is you push some buttons that don't exist on your black mirror in your pocket, and magical shit shows up on your porch the next day. That's fucking magic. I hear about a book and I want that book, and so I give my money, touch my magical screen, and my money disappears from my bank and it goes to Jeff Bezos, and he delivers a magical book on my fucking porch the very next day. He's such a powerful entity that he took over the mantle of going to space.
He's God. Yep.
Which is a supreme amount of human energy. I mean,
yeah,
but I won't feed that. Go ahead.
I don't know, I say I agree with that. That's definitely, maybe it's a two for punch. Now they can also, people will be mad, and also there's this passing of the torch, you will, but no one's gonna actually like think of the chicanery when they go, oh, look, we're in space. Like, fuck you, billionaire.
Right.
They're gonna pay attention. You know,
but
I mean, allegedly we haven't gone to space. Allegedly, I don't know.
I don't either, because I think the moon's in the atmosphere, in our own. It is in our own. I think they admitted that recently. No, they admitted it for real. I think NASA actually freaking admitted. Not that I trust.
Yeah. Can I show you a video about that?
Have you heard of the theory that actually we're on the moon and we're just seeing the reflection off the dome, and like the moon's massive and we're just like in a crater? It's actually a pretty good theory.
Pretty far out, but I mean,
I'll send you some videos.
On that. Yeah,
it's pretty good.
That sounds fun. It sounds like a fun exercise.
It's a good mental
exercise. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Could you hear that?
No.
Here, let me hold on a second. Let me go to here. Let me share screens. This video is like a minute long.
Make sure that you have are you using the Yamaha board?
Yeah, it should work.
I just want you to make sure that your volume is up, not your.
Huh?
All
right.
Because we can't hear shit.
Hear that?
It's fascinating. I remember very clearly. I think anybody who was alive at the time does. I remember my parents waking me up, and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon.
No, you didn't.
What?
Because there wasn't any television. There wasn't anybody taking a picture. You watched animation.
Buzzo.
So you associated what you saw with.
I have very hazy memories. Well, no, what we saw was we all gathered around Qtarded radio
and listened. Talking about, how many feet we were going to the left and right, and then I said, contact light, engine stop.
It was
a few other
exciting.
things, and then Neil said, Houston, Tranquility Base, the Eagle has landed. Man, how about that?
That was very exciting.
Not a bad line.
Yeah. This was just...
No, you didn't.
What?
Because there wasn't any television. There wasn't anybody taking a picture. You watched animation. You watched animation. You watched animation. You watched animation.
Why is he keeping himself? What's wrong with him? Yeah. Oh, that's driving me crazy.
Good old. Are you still? Okay. I was going to say, good old Buzz for being drunk. We would never got all that shit. Let's just say, I'm glad he was hammered all the time.
For real.
God bless that patriot.
Yeah, seriously. Hey, I'm glad that word isn't banned anymore in our chat. By the way, anybody, maybe it is still banned. Try to type the word patriot and see if it actually works in our YouTube chat.
Wait, you can't type in patriot?
I did that for fun. Yeah, because it is a trigger word.
What if you like are talking about the football team? Do they get
We don't
mad?
talk about that team because they suck.
Or if you do plural.
They don't. Football's
I'm just saying you can't even talk
stupid.
about the football team, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, you're gonna storm a capital."
Yeah, Patriot works. Let's see if some racist terms work. Let's not. If anybody out there though,
I was gonna say, do you think the FBI is gonna try to like recruit me because all this stuff I was saying about wanting to be evil? They're gonna like go, "Hey, we heard you want to reset stuff. We got something for you over here in this van. Let's walk over there and hit these buttons." I'd be like,
You know,
someone wants to
the way
try-
they recruit you is scary. What I heard, it's you wake up and you're kind of groggy and you roll over and Joe Rogan is in your bed.
Toe Rohan. Sorry.
That's the way the CIA recruits you. It
yeah,
hasn't happened to me, but you know.
that sounds legit.
It does. If anyone wants to type the word with a hard R in there, feel free and see what happens. I won't report you.
What retard? Is he retard?
That's
Rogan.
That's a
Oh,
great
Rogan.
word. Toe Rohan. Guys, get it
Joe
together.
Rogan.
Toe Rogan. That's what autocorrect does on most iPhones when you type Joe Rogan, by the way.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put
fascinating.
it past the moon to be a projection because
Dude, it's here.
you know when
It's right
you
outside
look
my
up
door.
and you can see through it, you know, for the first like not when it's new, but when it's the first sliver for 3 days, and then like 4 days after that, it's like two slivers in for like another 3 to 4 days or whatever, and you can see through it, and it's usually up early when it's still light out on those days, and it's
Well, like
Yeah.
the lunar wave stuff's pretty fascinating, and
Yeah.
I mean, we just know
The
they're not
Colbert
telling
Bible's
us
crazy too. Like,
shit.
Marshall Masters is pretty spot on with a lot of his stuff. But
I
he's a
think
QAnon fan, so I don't know. But so are we, right?
I think the Earth is shaped like a stupa.
What?
I think the Earth is shaped like a stupa.
I thought you said a coupon, but that's cool.
It could be
stupa.
a stupa coupon.
Like
But,
a
like, it's
super,
got-
like coupon,
It's like a ziggurat or a pyramid sort of shape.
Oh, yeah, I know what a ziggurat is.
There's a central Rupus Nigra or Mount Meru. It's like the middle, the large mountain, which is the central part of the
The
Earth.
Black Mountain.
Black Mountain, yeah, and it's
Middle
magnetic.
Earth.
And it's like
That's a good band.
like the south pole of a magnet, and then out around that, in the four cardinal directions, there are, it's the north pole of the magnet, the positive side.
Right.
So it makes like a torus. Like if you imagine if you took an apple, and you set it on the table like with the stem facing up, and then you cut it directly in half. That's the shape of the electromagnetic field, or the what's it called, the thing that you can't fly through.
Van Allen belt.
Yeah, the Van Dyke, the Van Allen belt. Yeah,
The
The
Van
Van
Damme
Allen belt.
I like Van Damme a little better, but that's cool.
It's Van Halen.
Damme belt.
Van
The Van Halen belt.
Rest in peace, Van.
R.I.P. Van.
Is he
Van
dead?
Wilder.
Yeah, he died.
Eddie, man. Yeah, he's dead, Edward.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Those licks will never be made again.
They will not, dude. They're pretty sick riffs. Sick
Bitchin'.
licks, sick riffs.
Bitchin' lip.
Yeah, that 5150 is a hell of a fucking amp.
Yeah,
It really is.
I had one that I sold to a kid for his grindcore band. I did him good service.
There you go.
Unfortunately, he won't make it in the next phase, but
I'm proud to
Yeah, he
say,
had a good
shout
one.
out to Kyle Johnson. I traded my Les Paul. It was a Les Paul Studio 96 Gibson, not an Epiphone. When I gave up guitar and realized I can't play guitar and sing, and what am I even doing anyway? Y'all are way better guitarists. And kind of had like a Kramer Strat at the time. He's in Misery Signal still. They're touring still, or they will be again soon with Darkest Hour, I think.
is he like, I'm miserable?
No, Kyle's alright. He's alright. I love you, Kyle.
You didn't get the joke? He's a misery singer. He's a miserable.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, no, I
Okay,
didn't.
okay.
That was shot right over my head.
That would be pretty funny though.
That was good.
Showed him at a show and he's like on the microphone. He's like,
Kyle,
I'm miserable.
He always has been.
Throws his guitar down and just walks off. And like lives like a stoic life. It's like a montage of him.
I can say this. Kyle will not get mad at me for saying this. He's emo. He was always the most emotional cat. Like not afraid. I can't say it. I can't do it. But like it's just like Mineral and Gloria Record and like Get Up Kids and Promise Ring. All those Braid, all those original emo bands from, I think Hum is really the only acceptable from that time period.
Goddamn invisible can again. How are you doing that?
Magic can. I got it directly from John Mcafee.
That fucking son of a bitch.
Oh man, why are you disrespecting the deceased?
He's alive.
I forgot. He was on tonight.
Why did he tie himself with
Why did he die?
Well, in his dead man's drop, he's tied himself in all these photographs, and I think they were all made up photographs with Epstein.
Yeah. There's a lot.
I'll put some of those up on my little thing.
Well,
I was going to say because I have no context to this at all.
So when before his Instagram got nuked, months ago, he posted a picture with himself with Epstein with the gun you had, Jim. Not that one, but there was another one. That one, yeah. He posted it on his Instagram. The last picture was the letter Q, and it had a code in it, supposedly, and that was like linked to his crypto, which was supposed to be the drop stuff, which was now maybe what this is all about was a pump and dump of his crypto.
I've actually I've heard that. That was one of the first.
You mean for his wife?
Damn,
or his whole death. His whole death.
The whacked coin.
That whack token, baby.
Everything's a scam.
Yeah.
That's why I want to get in on it. I get it now. Bill.
It's just like
Klaus.
I'm going to bring it back now. Guys, I'm bringing it back. Remember last summer when we first launched Weaving Spiders Welcome, which will be a year in like a month, almost exactly, right?
Jesus Christ.
That's crazy, right?
What
anyway,
a shit show.
I know. For real.
Should have gone this long. Let's be honest.
It's been a year?
It will be. Yeah.
A year too
long. We were
long.
spinning our wheels this time last year trying to get on. Remember, Jim? We couldn't get anything to work right.
I think I remember like being in the chat in your very first show.
Yeah. And you were at episode 2, baby. We were like, nah, you got to come on. Yeah. Thanks for having the guts to do that, too.
Yeah. I had nothing better to do. I wasn't evil then, but now I am. Now I have plans.
We're glad to have you on the side. He's got evil plants.
Oh, plants.
Evil plants. I have evil plants.
You got a bunch of Venus flytraps just all mad as hell.
Yeah. They're all named Seymour.
Erica, stop calling me. That shit goes right through.
Feed me, Seymour.
Seriously.
I am a boomer. I'm just making like really old references all night.
Well, welcome back, Cotter. It's good to see you, man. No, but yeah, this. I love this. We're everywhere right now, all over the place. It's beautiful. This is the only way we know how to do. What is this? Television?
This is the future television.
This is.
So Emily Earp says that she says, "Do you guys know that Rogan's first cousin is Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance?"
I've heard that.
Oh, the Umbrella Academy kid.
Umbrella
he created
Academy.
that. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes.
From My Chemical Romance?
Yes.
Created Umbrella Academy?
Yes.
That makes a lot of sense.
I could be wrong. But I'm 99.
I've never watched it, but that makes a lot of sense.
I watched one episode and got angry at Elliot. I
don't like Elliot.
Did I
this.
dead page her? Did I dead
Who's
page
Elliot?
her?
Elliot.
Paging Deadly. dead naming.
The one that we had that episode where people were getting mad at me.
No, we weren't getting mad because
pronouns
we thought
genders.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Say that again.
She's a terrible. He is a terrible actor.
Oh, that guy.
Sorry.
It's an honest mistake.
It's an honest mistake.
It is.
I'm not a bad. Okay, I am a bad guy, but not when it comes to this.
You're outright.
Understand.
You've come out of the closet about your badness tonight on the show.
I am, yeah. Let it all hang out.
No.
I'm using the mic like Glenn Danzig. You got. Anyway, sorry, I had to make that joke.
It's a terrible joke.
Have you guys been following Britney Spears situation?
Yeah, she's
her and there.
She's trapped in hell.
She is trapped in hell. I feel bad for that. She's a bad bitch, dude. I feel sorry for her. I really do.
I can't help it.
Kitten, right?
Hey, kitten.
Her
presidential model. Is that what that is?
Diamond class.
Sorry, I keep sniffing. I have the worst allergies right now, y'all. Clearly, you can hear it. Sorry.
I thought it was the cocaine.
Well, that too, but coke and allergies can't beat that combo.
Cocaine always
be free
kills my allergies.
Yeah,
Totally
literally,
right.
it just wipes them out. Right, it works. It's like,
Yeah. No.
All right, that's a lot of dead air. So.
But yeah, I think Britney. I think it's kind of funny that it's happening right now because
it's
of
hilarious
all the stuff that's going on, and in the UK right now, they're threatening to the people that don't want to take the jab. They're threatening to go door to door. The Minister of Health.
Yeah, that's here too.
He said that he was going to go door to door and give people that were unvaccinated the option to take the jab, and if they don't take the jab, then they are going to consider them legally insane and take conservatorship over their entity, their personhood.
The strong man.
Over the, institutionalize them, make them
take their assets, probably too. They're like, we own
free
everything.
Money.
Take all their blam tokens, their Black Lives Matter.
I think that's why Britney is so important right now, because it's sort of, it's the first major conservatorship trial that's gone on, especially that's super public, and it's got to go the right way, or else there's going to be some judicial precedents that could be very, very bad for us.
Could be some Roe versus Wade on that conservator,
Right.
For
now,
real.
Here's the question: on the other end of that, it's her dad. That's her conservative.
Her dad,
yeah,
and a law firm,
and her sister too,
and a law firm, right? So, is it actually the Disney Corporation that's behind it? And it's not. I mean, they're like.
It could be. It could very well be like Nickelodeon, Disney.
They might be behind the law firm.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's because when you get to this level, these people separate themselves, and I mean that's what they're.
Say it.
I'm just assuming that's who's the.
Well,
the
assuming
beast
is
at the end of the cave.
Yeah, it's
pretty brilliant and evil. So I
love it.
So
I mean,
I'm gonna get in on that action.
For real, I mean, we're getting evil, aren't we? I mean, let's really get Diabolos.
If anyone has joined into the show and why the fuck's he so evil? It's a long story. I have an origin story you can watch from the beginning. I had my hopes up about QAnon, got let down again, and now I've gone evil, and I understand the Great Reset, and I'm joining it. That's
for real, dude.
Quick notes.
We're vaxxed out, dog. This is the vax talking right now. That's that Myrna. Just taking Greg's brain and his entire, this is how we roll now. So just get used to it.
There's a red light now. I'm evil. Hello.
Dude, Satan. What's up, baby?
I mean,
Lucifer gonna be out in what, an hour over here? Not even. Shit, Lucifer gonna be outside in a couple of minutes, y'all. I could go bring the camera out there and put him on blast. Lucifer, son of the moon. Yup. Don't give me a strike.
Yeah, Britney asked to have her dad taken out of the conservatorship, and her dad's fighting it, but he's a different entity that's supposed to be working with the law firm. And Brittany she works and she produces something, which is totally runs against anything that they would have. Somebody that needs a conservatorship cannot manage their own life or take care of themselves. So if she doesn't get out of this conservatorship, they would have a legal precedence to take conservatorship of us people that can actually run our own lives. Just decide that, like, the thing that got her was when she had the nervous breakdown and shaved her head.
Is that when really? We timeline that? Oh, okay.
So like all the like if it goes bad for her and she doesn't get out of this, then anybody that does something that people could deem as insane,
like Kanye, yeah,
it could be a reason to take their own personal rights away from themselves. And like they've already told us that people that talk about conspiracy theories are insane. You know, it's been stuff that they talk about. It's fucked up, and we got to keep an eye on this and make sure that, you know, she doesn't get totally screwed over. They allowed her to hire her own attorney, but it's the same attorney that works for Steven Spielberg, and I don't.
Dude, who knows, man? Like,
I don't think he's going to be working with her best interest in mind. I think that he might be in the same club with the folks that are in a club that want her to be managed.
A robot, yeah. Or clone. Yeah. She's probably a clone. That's just my honest opinion.
It's not but you know, if I was evil enough, now I'm gonna take all this.
You're getting there. A couple years.
If I was evil enough, and I, like Jim was saying, that this whole thing is like, oh, if you don't take the jibba jab,
you got it already. Shut up.
Hey, I have it already, obviously.
I know.
But I'm just saying, hear me out. My evil idea. I'm like, okay, so you have two choices. You're crazy, so we take conservatorship over you. And then the other one's like, you get the jab. I'm sorry, the jab. I'm trying not to get you flipped off.
I like that.
Jibba jab.
The jibba jobbas. And then that makes your genetic code change. Now you're a property that's could be, you know, basically subjected to the corporation that owns that patent.
Yep.
It's a pickle. It's a, you know, you're stuck between. It's pretty brilliantly evil. I like it.
Oh yeah, it's
pretty good.
Kind of cool.
It's you know, it's not bad. It's not bad.
It's you have to tip your cap, if you will. You know, you gotta tip your cap.
Tip your black hat.
Tip your black hat. Yo.
You know,
I'm about to spit bars, like 64 bars of death.
But yeah, I mean, like Jim, you have a good point. That's what's probably happening then.
Oh yeah, that's what we were talking about, Brittany.
There's a reason why it's going on right now, and it's a public thing for a reason too. It's a show so that everybody's aware of it, and I think it's already planned out to fail.
Well, hey,
it's already been set up to fail, and it's not going to go well for us. Have you guys seen that movie? It's called I Care So Much for You. It's on Amazon. It's called like I Care So Much, or it's like it's got the little person that was in
midget. Wait, is that a bad word?
The guy from
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, yeah. And he's a gangster, and his mom is an older lady.
In real life?
She's not like he's adopted or something, or like she's got a different name or something. And this woman who runs, she's an evil woman. She runs
all women, dude. Come on, I mean,
corporation
ladies
that takes care of people, you know, that runs conservatorships, and she goes around like a predator and finds older people, and has like a friend who's a doctor who, without their knowledge, she has a doctor decide that they are incompetent to take care of themselves. And she goes to a judge, says, hey, they can't take care of themselves. I got this doctor's note. We've worked together before. You and me, she says to the judge.
Jesus makes three. Let's go.
Oh, I know that you take good care of people. Here you go. And so she takes that person off to an old folks home. And while she's at the old folks home, she's also got the evil woman has a friend who owns the old folks home, who prevents the old lady from access to a phone or to talk to her family. They originally think that she doesn't have family, and they know that she's got a ton of assets, and so they auction off all of her stuff. Within a week, they got her whole house is sold, all of her
score
and stuff. And
that home title lock, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, and the end of the movie, it's got a twist ending that is freaking a terrifying truth drop, where the gangster is like, you know what? I can't beat you, so I'm gonna join you. And he goes into
join forces, like some Ozark shit, right?
Yeah, to take conservatorship of more people. They go national.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Sorry, Greg, you're writing this down, right?
And I guarantee you that that's
recorded
thing that's going on right now. I don't think it's fiction.
You're right. It's not fiction, but
I think it's a fair warning truth drop.
Hey, real quick, what happens though? I mean, we got this live right now on the record. Okay. It's 4:25. Okay. 5 minutes later.
25.
Okay. So
my house.
Yeah, we know. But y'all can't see. You two both suck at getting times right with me. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. What happens, Jim, or actually, let's set it up right now. Let's set the table. What are you going to do if, let's make a bet. I'm going to say it's going to go the other way, and you're going to be shocked, and she's going to get free. Okay? I have a weird feeling about this. I was right about the Bucks winning the championship this year. I was right, and dude, this is the first year I've actually gone, yeah, we're going to win it this year. I'm comfortable with it, and we freaking did.
I think,
okay,
David, I think you're gone a little Qtarded. Give us seed of
fine.
hope.
Thank you.
I'm starting to feel actually a little better now. Maybe I'm a little less evil now.
Yes.
You might have given me a little hope.
I took some of that evil from you. Planted that seed.
Brewing again. Storm's here. Storm's back.
Here, dude. There's a cyclone.
Okay. Pull him back now. Not evil. Not evil.
All right.
Not evil.
There's some hope here, right?
Lights going away.
Pandora's box, baby. That's all that's left is hope.
We're not evil anymore.
Nope.
We're gonna be angelic. There we go.
Let's get haloed.
Then we're angelic.
Hey, don't make me turn my LED. Don't make me turn my LEDs on, baby.
Let my demons go.
I'm sorry for sniffling in the freaking mic like a jerk, everybody. Sorry.
It's all good.
Okay. But I do, Jim. I mean it. I feel like Brittany is going to. This is going to be a watershed moment, like the Me Too thing, man. Sorry, that was a bad joke. Cause, yeah, that just was. Shout out to Rose McGowan because she's awesome.
She's got.
She retweeted 2 of my tweets. I still like them in this. Whatever. So, I'll be forever grateful. On some Owlsley shit. But anyway.
Yeah, no, it'll be fascinating to see what happens. Is there another court date, Jim? Are we?
Yeah, do you have the dates?
Actually? I don't have the dates, but she's allowed to hire her own attorney. So she hired her own attorney, who the first thing her attorney did was say, she made a public announcement and said, "Hey."
That was at Instagram, right? Sorry. Yeah, it was a good post.
But she said,
cursed.
Hey, Brittany's dad. Like we're hoping that maybe you could back down off of this thing. We're going to give you an opportunity to do that because Brittany's afraid of you. And
it was from the lawyer. And then she said, the lawyer said, release the Kraken.
That's like, there's no fucking way I'm ever going to back down. I want control. Brittany's $60 million.
Damn.
Because Brittany has $60 million, and her dad has been in charge of her finances since
Right.
she was
Like
I mean-
16 or 17, 15.
well since she started until she
Mickey
was
Mouse.
an adult. But I don't know how long. Like she had a manager when she shaved her head, and what happened? The way that they got so she shaved her head, and she had a manager that was helping her out with stuff. But Brittany's dad went to a judge and said, "Hey, this is an emergency. I need a conservatorship on Brittany. She shaved her head. She's crazy, and I need you to pull some strings and not tell Brittany about the conservatorship until court, because I'm afraid that her manager is going to take over her, try to win a conservatorship and steal her money." And so Brittany was not informed of the conservatorship until the day that she went to court. So when she goes to court, the judge is like, "Hey, your dad is trying to get a conservatorship of you. They're saying that you're not smart enough. You know, you're insane. You can't handle your own stuff. Do you know what that means?" And Brittany was like, "No, I don't know what that means," because it was the first she heard of it. She didn't understand it. And because she didn't understand what was going on, the judge granted her dad the conservatorship.
Right.
So like normally you would have a notice that you were going to have a hearing to get a conservatorship about you. But if there's an extenuating circumstance, like her dad convinced a sympathetic judge that her manager was going to try to steal her money, and the judge
That's
said,
well
"Okay,
played.
we can do it secretly." But since they asked her, she didn't have a lawyer when she went to the hearing. She didn't know that she could fight it. She didn't know anything about it. So the judge was like, you're not capable of taking care of yourself, because of the way she handles herself in court. And since then, that is stuck. I mean, she's not the brightest.
No, she's
attorney.
like,
Right.
she's like mentally stagnant, like a
And
child.
because they've doped her out of her freaking mind anyway. It's
She's
insane.
doped.
Doped her up, rape, all of it, all the
Yeah.
horrors
Dude,
Yeah.
I
you can think
feel
of. Yeah.
But
It's not a kangaroo court, it's a Mickey Mouse court.
straight up, dude.
That's
Mickey,
the end of this.
MICKEY, baby. See you
Yeah.
real soon.
The devil mouse is out there just
Yep. Pitchforked out.
well, gentlemen,
Yeah, let's call it.
Yeah, I think we should call it. I gotta get up early. I'm sure you guys gotta get up relatively.
Yeah, I gotta get up and go get my booster shot. So
Yeah, you gotta get your booster shot so we can do the.
y'all got
magnet
your
test.
scheduled, right? You got your boosters
Yeah,
scheduled.
yeah. That's
play
it.
us out with some evil music.
Let's see if it works. Oh yeah, I can. I got it. I'll do it.
Oh, you got it. All right, go ahead.
Or Greg, do you want to do it? I'm sorry. I thought.
Do I have music? I don't have your stuff though.
I was thinking the evil music, but if you Barski, you
Well,
have the
are we gonna
Yeah.
get flagged for? Dun, 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 dun,
No,
dun,
it's
dun, dun,
public.
dun?
public.
What song was that I just hummed? I don't even know.
But thank you again, people, for
Dude.
joining us on this episode.
Yeah,
It's been
seriously, the demographic is beautiful right now because it's literally like what 80% women, and we
ladies.
love women straight up.
you
If
know,
I could
they
turn
put up-
into one,
They had to see my story unfold. That's why they were compelled, because just they like murder shows, so they had to see me go through my.
yeah, dude, it's
Murder
cathartic.
space.
It's just cathartic
Yes.
for you, you know.
Well,
I
Greg, you're
forgot-
looking more human now that the red light's off.
Well, this is now
It's the vaccine.
third act.
It's because
Yes.
you got the vaccine.
Got the vaccine.
Shining.
I've seen the light.
See
Obviously,
Vaccine.
the
alert.
luciferase. Had to.
Yeah, if you guys want to play that
Booseephus.
music.
COVIDs. Can't wait for that to drop. That's that new variant.
how many variants we got? We got monkeypox, Delta.
Yep.
I actually have a Norm Macdonald joke I want to do, but I just
Oh yeah, do it.
Do
Love
it.
Norm.
Dude, Norm Macdonald. Yeah.
it's a Norm. It's if Norm did it.
Okay.
He didn't say it, but this is what I don't do good impersonation, but like, I'll try it out. All right, okay.
Yeah.
Hey. It's not a good
Yes,
arm. It's like, hey, this song, huh? We got a Delta now, huh? Yeah. It's like, Like alpha, delta, like a sorority of viruses, huh? I wonder what happens when we get to omega. Oh, communism. That's right. Something like that.
Can we get a standing applause?
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
The active ingredient in marijuana is THC. The active ingredient in marijuana.
Greg, I know you have applause on there. On the roadcaster, you have applause on there.
I'll just kill it after this song.
It was a hammock. The spider didn't build it. It was a hammock. The spider didn't build it. It was a hammock.
Built a hammock.
Build it. It was a hammock. It was a hammock.
The spider can't go in 100 centimeters of the
It was
web.
a hammock.
The spider can't go in 100 centimeters of the web.
Hammock. It was a hammock.
Cane spider, the crack cocaine spider, the crack cocaine spider, the cane spider, the crack.
It was a hammock.
The spider can't go within 100 centimeters of the web. The spider built a web, found a mate, and raised over 100 young. But the mate got a restraining order, and now the spider can't go within 100 centimeters of the web. The spider built a web, found a mate, and raised over
It built a hammock.
the captain's ass. Then came up behind it and popped the captain's ass. The crack cocaine spider figured building webs was for suckers. Waited till the captain's spider was exhausted and came up behind it and popped the captain's ass. The captain's ass. Then came up behind it and popped the captain's ass. The captain's ass. Then came up behind it until the captain's spider was exhausted. The crack cocaine spider figured building webs. The crack cocaine spider figured building webs was for suckers.
Rightfully so, man. Building webs is for suckers.
Love you guys.
The captain's ass.
Well, Mr. Crack Spider.
Marijuana spider.
When winter came, the
We'll be
marijuana.
back on Saturday night.
It ended up crack spider track. As the crack
When
spider
winter
did.
came, the marijuana spider had no place to live. It ended up in the crack web as the crack spider's bitch.
Ooh, we have that.